Welcome to another video. Today I'm gonna get real and completely transparent with you guys. I did not plan this video, I just chose to make it on the whim here. And today's topic is gonna be consistency. And the reason why I wanted to talk about this topic today is because it actually resonated with me. And I feel because it resonates with me so strongly today, I feel like I can get a better message across to all of you and actually relate in some way and actually be on a one-to-one level with all of you in regards to how I'm feeling, what I'm doing, and how consistency to me is so important, and the reason why it's so important to me, and how it relates to my life right now, right? So consistency is one of those things that if we don't have it, our life tends to decline. And I've just noticed that in so many different aspects and areas of my life, right? You know, there are probably certain portions of your life that you are more disciplined than others, just like anybody's life. And that's completely normal. But we really have to be looking at the areas that we are disciplined in and the areas that we're not, because although we are disciplined in some particular areas, that doesn't always mean that we are moving the biggest levers in our life that are going to get us to our goals and are going to move us in the direction that we actually want to go to. So what do I mean by that? I mean, there may be areas in your life where you're disciplined, but it's not necessary, right? It's not necessary to be disciplined in those areas, right? Because when compared to areas that you should be disciplined in, that you are not disciplined in, when you compare the payoff and the ROI or the return on your investment for those disciplines, you start to realize that some of the things that you might be putting your time into might not be giving you the best return as compared to that of something else that you could be dedicating your time to. For example, this evening, I have been trying to implement the idea of a little bit of play, a little bit of relaxation for myself, such as whatever it may be that makes me happy, watching a particular thing that I'm interested in, listening to a podcast, whatever. And that's beautiful, and there's a time and place for that. But there are so many individuals nowadays that I know that solely focus on the fact that they want to be entertained and solely focus on the fact that they want to be able to be disciplined in that aspect of their life and not be disciplined in the areas that are going to actually get them where they want to be, whether that be financially, whether that being able to provide for themselves, whether that means their health. There are many things that people neglect and put their times towards other things because it may be easier, right? So it's a lot easier to sit on a couch and not do anything, right? You can be disciplined in that aspect of your life, right? In regards to, I need relaxation. I need to, I've been working hard, allow me to, have some time for myself and relax, right? Give me an outlet to actually feel some tranquility in my life. And I get that. I understand. People need to have fun. People need to have relaxation in their life, right? That is a discipline that I, as I had mentioned, am trying to implement because I work so hard. I think we all know very well that there are many individuals that make that excuse because they don't want to be disciplined in the areas and or consistent in the areas that they really should be. Why? Because it's hard. It's difficult. It's one of those things that actually takes grit, effort, and focus for an extended period of time. And that's the whole topic of this video, really, is this idea of consistency and the fact that it is truly in your best interest to be consistent in the areas that you know will pull the biggest levers in your life. You know there are areas in your life that you're not focusing on and that you're not disciplined in and you're not consistent in. And as a direct result, you're no closer to your goals than you were yesterday. And so because of this, you're behind. And because of this, you feel depleted. You feel like something's missing in your life. Well, it's consistency. It's very simple. If we don't have consistency, we won't get closer to our goals. And how this relates to me is the fact that today I did not want to make this video. I'm going to be completely honest with you. It was one of those things where it's getting close to bed. I'm tired. I worked hard today. And I started to create excuses within my brain. I noticed very closely that my brain was coming up with excuses that I wasn't even aware of until I actually became aware of it. And until I actually took a step back and said, why am I making these excuses, right? Why am I finding a reason not to do this? Well, it's because I know it's difficult, right? I know it's kind of difficult to actually get a message across when it's late. I know it's difficult after a day's hard work of doing things and actually being productive in the day to do another productive thing towards the end of the day, right? It's difficult, it's hard, it's not easy. But that being said, I know full and well that the consistency of doing this day in and day out will pay off. I know it too well to be not true. And so because of that, I am consistent. Because of that, I am disciplined. And so I think what I'm trying to get at here is you need to realize that if you're able to project into the future enough, and you're able to see that if I continue this discipline, I will get here, it will allow you to want to continue to do the things that you do. It will allow you to be more consistent because you have a projection, you have a dream, and you have a reality that you want to achieve. You have something that you're actually working towards. And so I have the picture in my brain of why I'm doing this YouTube video. It's not because I need to do it. It's because I know that if I continue to do it, I will be able to achieve the things that I ultimately want. And so although in this moment I don't necessarily want to make this video, I do want all those things later on in life. And so I'm willing to be consistent. I'm willing to be persistent in this area. And so for all of you that are not being disciplined in the areas that you know you need to be, a way to shift your mentality and a way to actually start to be consistent is to start to picture the reality that you want. And know that if day in and day out you work towards that goal, you will get there. You just have to be persistent with it. And you have to know and have a bigger reason for waking up in the morning than just, I need to get through this day. Because when you have a bigger outlook on life, you get ahead a lot quicker. So I really just wanted to be real with you and honest, because so many individuals go through this. I myself included. I mean that from the bottom of my heart, that today I did not want to make this video, but I told myself, due to my dreams, due to my aspirations, and due to the reality that I want to create for myself, I will be consistent. So really what you need is a stronger why. You need a stronger reason for why you're doing the things that you're doing. And as a direct result, consistency will flow. Consistency will follow that bigger picture that you're putting into your brain and into your ultimate awareness, right? The bigger reason you have, the bigger aspirations you have, and the bigger goals that you're trying to reach, the more consistency will come as a direct result, especially if it's something that you're actually passionate about. And that's the whole point of a why. That's the whole point of having a reason to do the thing that you're doing, because you care about it. You're passionate about it. And that it differs and differentiates from every single individual. So you need to know thyself. You need to sit with yourself and ask yourself, what is it that I want in this world? If you're in a job that you hate right now, get out of it. If you're at school that you don't want to be at, get out of it. If you're in a relationship that you don't want to be in, get out of it. I'm not necessarily saying that you should just completely rid all things in your life. Let it play out, let it figure it out. But if it's truly not your calling, and you know that on a deep down spiritual level, I encourage all of you to start doing the things that you know will get you out of bed with a happy attitude, that you know will get you out of bed with a bigger purpose in this world. Because we only have this small interval of time, guys. And if we're wasting it on things that we don't want to be doing, what's the point of life? What is the fucking point, really? I mean, when you look at the grand scheme of things, you're only here for such a small period of time. And so if we're not putting our effort, if we're not putting our energy and expending it on the right things, we're screwed. We're not going to get anywhere in life. And we're especially not, we might get somewhere, we will get somewhere, but we're not going to get where we want to be. So guys, there's nothing better than compound interest. Compound interest is, in my eyes, the eighth wonder of the world. It's the thing in this dimension that we live in this reality that we are fully living and capable in, that ultimately allows us to get closer to our goals. It compounds over time. That consistency, that persistency, that idea that you know you can achieve something great and you pursue that goal every single day is what will get you to that dream, that reality that you want. It's compounding over time. And so just as you can compound disciplines in your favor, you can also do the same thing out of your favor. You can lack in the disciplines that you know you need to be actually achieving in, and as a result, that will compound out of your interest. That won't play in your favor in any way. And so if you're being disciplined in the areas that really don't matter, and you know deep down they don't matter, whether that be being disciplined in giving yourself relaxation, oh, it's Friday, so I'm gonna go out and fucking drink and do this and that, that's great, guys. But just know, if you have big aspirations, you have big goals, you and I both know that that's not getting you anywhere. And that's okay if you're doing it. Like I said, there's a time and place for everything. There's a time and area of life where we do need to relax, we do need to chill out, but understand if that's your main discipline, then obviously you're going to get the results that you're going to get, which is probably not very far, right? It's not going to get you where you actually want to be if you want to achieve great things in this world. So guys, compound day in and day out. Know that the consistency is ultimately how you win the game. And if that's how you win the game, you need to figure out the reason why you're doing it, right? Why are you being consistent? Why are you being persistent? If the whole purpose is this or that, and it's not important to you, you're not going to continue doing it. You're not actually going to want to push through. You're not going to actually have that reason be strong enough because it's not solidified within you. It's not actually what you truly want. You're not getting deep enough. And I encourage all of you to get deep within yourself. Know thyself better after watching this video. Sit with yourself. Ask yourself deep questions. What do I want? What do I want to be? And who do I want to be? And once you ask these very simple questions, that although deep, you know them on a heart-to-heart level, you know them, you just may not be admitting them to yourself, I promise you, you will win at life. And that's really all I got for you guys today. So God bless you. Have a great day. I hope that video impacted you in some way. And best of travels in this reality we call life. So take care.